All right, it's 3:01. We'll call this meeting to order. Keen, did you have anything for the welfare of the people? Okay. Approval of minutes. If there are no changes or corrections, minutes from August 13th Facilities and Maintenance Committee meeting will stand as presented.
You want to do roll call?
I'm sorry?
You want to do roll call?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Where's that at? Oh,
I got
okay,
it.
there's scratch.
Dean Friel,
Here.
Jack Scrogstead,
Here.
Mike Pearson,
Here.
Tom Wilson. Thank you.
All right, now we're in session. No changes or corrections from minutes from last month. They will stand as presented. Maintenance report and updates.
Okay, so at the new courts, the HVAC project has been ongoing now for, I don't know, roughly what, 4 months-ish. We've had multiple issues we've been going through. They've been dealing with HU1 in particular currently. It's an alarm. Both compressors have gone down as of, I think, Friday. They're currently there working. Can we not hear me? So they're working on it currently. We have a compressor coming. It should be here in the next hour or so. So we'll be running on one compressor until the second one that we've been waiting on will arrive, which I have no idea where it is and how long it'll take. So they're assuming, I think it was 30 days from the day of order, which was some time ago.
More than 30 days.
Other than that, the building's semi-stable.
So is that the only thing we're waiting on then for the new courts is the two compressors basically?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. Everything else seems to be working fine.
Yep.
Okay.
ICT adjust all the graphics, the BAS system. So we're color coded now. It's just little perks on our end.
You want to explain what the BAS system is?
It's our automated system on the computer where we see all the mechanical AHU units, the compressors, condensers. We have capabilities of opening and closing dampers to the VAVs, controlling basically everything from our fingertips.
So we haven't completely paid, Jeremy, we have not paid the rest of the money yet until this is corrected, I take?
Correct. There's still an invoice that will be out there, which has not been submitted from Allied yet.
Okay.
So until our systems are fully operational, and we get it signed off by our maintenance team and Eric, that will be out there, but they have not issued it yet. So
Okay.
It's coming soon.
it will be.
I'm not 100% sure either, but it may need to be finalized as far as they basically go through everything and stabilize everything. I'm lost for that word right now, but
dotting their I's, crossing their T's.
yeah, exactly. Pardon? No, it's not a punch list. I'm sorry, but today's been bonkers. Past 3 months have been bonkers. So new courtroom, we're getting really close to throwing carpet down. Electrical is 90% complete. The ceilings hung, insulation's in, ceiling tiles are in, doors are in. We're waiting on keys, cylinders to be matched to our existing master key. There'll be a delay for that because that was just a added thing that they didn't know. So I think that'll be done in sometime in October. VAVs are complete. All the trim out is complete as far as the benches and the rail. We have a painter finisher there today, throwing varnish on. Carpet scheduled for next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That should take care of the courtroom, offices, and then into Bonnie's office and the law library. 7 benches are ordered. They should be here hopefully within the next week or so. Came out of North Carolina, refinished, repurposed. I think they actually came from Washington, DC somewhere.
Oh, really?
And hopefully the grand opening will be second week of October. We're still waiting on a few final pieces of the puzzle. There's one request that I had yesterday that the judges would like a window in one of the doors, basically the main door from the courtroom to their corridors. So that was just kind of thrown out there as well. Nomad Helm, they've been coming in at nights here and there. Seems like a slow process. You know, I did speak with one of the Helm guys, and their percentage rate is kind of all over the place. In the beginning, it was like 30 to 40% and 70%. And I think they're around 50% right now. So they still have a ways to go yet. As far as facilities and our department, our staff, we've been doing pretty well in my opinion. For the short staff that we are, I do give them props. They've been moving right along. Second floor expansion space, we've been clearing that. That's all completed. We moved 3 30-yard dumpsters full of recyclables. The new IT office remodel, we relocated a bunch of treasures books and shelves. That's finished. Paul Gorski can move in. I think that's coming on the week of the 16th, next week. We're planning on moving him out. 3 detention cages, cells are ordered, and I think those are due to come in the 3rd week of October. So we'll be throwing those up. Still need to order a fence and a gate. So we're looking at the last week of October-ish to start moving with that. The mowing and grounds care, we were trying to kind of push whoever was doing that to get that done in 2 to 3 days, and it just wasn't enough. Seemed like, you know, things were definitely missed and not really up to par. So I gave Chris the go ahead to just do what he needs to do to keep it nice, and that's 4 days, give or take, but 4 days max. So he's basically down, you know, most of the week on high peak season, I guess. You know, it should start slowing down pretty soon. We hired 1 full-time custodian, Matt Chandler. And I think he's 3 weeks in. He's doing pretty well. I think we'll push him for another month where he is, and then we'll start switching to cross training. maintenance tech interviews, we went through 85, boiled it down to 7. 5 of 7 showed up. And can I say we are good with one? Yeah, so we do have our pick. Not sure if I can say the name or not.
Yeah, Eric and his team had offered the position to an individual who has accepted. So we're really excited about that. Right now, we're putting together his offer letter and information for his, the benefits and employment handbook and things for him to review. The gentleman should be starting in October. So they have some family vacations scheduled out through the month. They wanted to make sure they got that taken care of. And when that takes place, we're really excited to have this person on board. They have some experience, and it will really be good for Eric's team and help building that experienced unit that he's looking for.
Yeah, we're looking forward to bringing another guy on for sure.
Yeah.
It's well needed. Yeah. We awarded a bid to Helm to remove the asphalt patch. It's a 16 by 50 asphalt patch at the old LEC, where the dumpster is located. So they will be getting that done within the next, I'd say, 6 weeks, hopefully sooner than that. With that, we need to remove the fence around it. We're going to alter it the way it is. Instead of sinking 4x4s posts into the ground, we're going to top mount them on concrete. So we just need to decide if we're going to go with another wood fence or do an aluminum or metal or whatever it is. So that's been on the list. We just haven't got to it yet. Looking also to do a tree assessment for basically all the grounds. Specifically, it's much needed around the old courthouse. There's a tree that it looks like it's in tough shape. It's right here by the flag. Then I think there's roughly 25 trees around the property that need attention, and we're looking to get a certified arborist to look at everything and give us an assessment. Any questions on that?
Nope.
The LEC, we bidding company finished the seal coating and striping out there. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty sure they're happy about that. It's been 6 years since it's been done, so try to throw that on a revolving, I think, 3-year term. So Hartwig, they just completed their preventative maintenance on all the HVAC equipment out there. There was no major issues found. Helm Electric will be starting their preventative maintenance and going through with fine tooth comb with all their electrical systems. There's really not a ton going on out there. Animal control, we did add 2 custodial duties. Previously, they were just taking care of their own, but I felt like we can add it to the list on this side of the fence. They have a bathroom floor that also needs to be replaced. We're going to try to get that done in October. New courthouse. There's been mention about trying to get Stanley Steamer out there to steam clean all the bathrooms. There's 26 bathrooms in the building. I'd like to get them out there to just steam clean one, just to see what it actually does before we pull the trigger on all 26. So I haven't scheduled that yet. It's in the process. Paper shredding, we're still waiting. Gal from the health department scheduled. She's trying to get this on the list for, I don't know, I think it's been 5 weeks now and we're just waiting. So that is the final piece of the puzzle for second floor expansion. We have probably 50, 100 boxes of paper out there that needs to be shredded.
It's that back wall there.
Yep. Old courthouse. I just found that the VAVs are scheduled to drop sometime on I think it's the 16th or the 18th of this month. So schedule keeps pushing back. It sounds like it's a possibility that they come the last week of October to start. And they're still thinking that they can get it done before November. So there will be a construction meeting before this starts, before we schedule anything. So it's all in the process and we're just waiting on things to be dropped. They said they'd be here with the next day after the VAVs are dropped, but still waiting. And the old LEC is on my mind. Just need to find time to update plans. Looking at possibly getting into some programs or hiring out a new updated plan or multiple plans to start that process. I do have a roof replacement cost. It's a 30-year cost or a 30-year roof for $213 and change. So just one number, of many numbers I'm trying to get. So just need to get some heads together and get the plan going.
So the old LEC, there's quite, some grand plans for it. What is kind of an expected rehab cost to it versus and redo it?
I don't even have the numbers. We need a solid plan before I can put numbers together. I can throw numbers together, but I don't think it's going to be correct. So, we just need to, so I'm saying if we can just get 2 or 3 ideas, drawings drew up and start doing takeoffs from there, that would give us a solid number before there's talks that it was like 1.8 million to just demo. Versus rehabbing it, I think we'd be close to that. Maybe a touch over, just depends on what we do. But
thing is with the demolish, you got $1 million some, and then you have no building, at least at the refab, you've got a building that's still
Structure there.
Still structured there.
Yeah, there's a
Agreed.
definite need for use of space now, and in the future. One of the things that we've talked about, there is plans that were drawn up years ago. I'm not sure if those are going to be current within the thought of use. I mean, there's aspects of it that will still be there. So one of the things that we'd like to do is, hey, let's get a project team together, sit down, figure out 3 different potential build outs for that facility and what those costs might look like, and make sure that we're not just thinking about how do we quickly get this done, but how do we make sure we get it done for use later. So in 4 years, we're not like, oh man, I really wish we would have did this. You know, and trying to think into the future just a little bit as county departments evolve, the county grows, and the need grows for different areas, and how do we tie it in best with the court system over there and their needs as well. So, you know, I don't want us to be trigger happy on a project just because it's sitting there. We need to, I think we need to really have a couple sound plans in place and then identify this is the one we want. And we still have to, you know, identify a funding source. So, you know, this is a prime project for grant applications. But, you know, we can start identifying where those funds could potentially come from, but without a, you know, some sort of plan, it's not worth really moving after. So hopefully, you know, again, this is Eric's a little over 3 months into this job, and he's been doing a fantastic job. And I think that as we look at that project, you know, we're still looking at maybe a couple year timeline. It'd be nice to have something more sound by next year, so then we could start applying for grants, trying to capture those revenue streams that help us fund that project. So then maybe we could get something started in either late FY25 or FY26. That would be the goal.
Question. December 31st or 1st, isn't that the deadline for the remaining ARPA money that hasn't been geared towards a certain project?
I do believe so, and everything has been pretty much allocated.
Okay.
There was some that was pulled back, and there's a little bit left over, and I do believe we will have that identified for project use before that deadline.
Okay.
But
Just
yes,
curious.
Yep.
Okay.
and I'm not sure, to be honest with you, I'm not sure if that is the exact deadline. I'd have to look it up. I don't recall off the top of my head.
Okay. Any questions for Eric? I think we've asked as we went along, so. Let's see here where we're at. No requests for bids, no work orders, no unfinished business. Allied Facility Partners update. I mean, that was basically
That
covered
was-
in your report.
Yep, that was,
Okay.
new courtroom, Allied.
Okay,
Yep, they're really close to being finished. Say within the next month, everything should be settled.
okay. Good. No new business. How about entertain the motion to adjourn?
I'll make that.
Jack and Mike seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.